Hello friends, welcome to my class. Today I am going to discuss the range of a projectile. In the last video, I have explained the maximum height, time of ascent, time of descent and also time of flight. Okay, so let us try to understand the range of a projectile. This is very important for IPE. Okay, and also this concept is very much important for NEET, JEE, EAMCET purpose. Now let us go through the diagram first. So we know that this is x-axis and y-axis which are drawn from the origin point. When an object is thrown with some initial velocity u rather than 90 degrees, then this stone or object is traveling in this way in a parabolic path. So this is the point and this is the point. This point is what? This is the point from where the object is thrown, and this is the point at which the object is reaching. And the distance between the 2 points is called as a range. This is range. What is meant by range? What is the definition of the range? As the body is moving in a parabolic path, okay, the time taken by this object in a parabolic path is time of flight. That is total time of flight. And this is what? It is moving in a horizontal axis. Okay, it is moving in a horizontal direction. So in horizontal direction we know that there is a u cos theta. In the vertical direction there is a u sin theta. This u cos theta nothing but what? The component of velocity. U is the initial velocity. It divides into 2 components. That is u cos theta. That is u cos theta is nothing but horizontal component. Okay, so this horizontal velocity multiplied by the time of flight is known as range. Is known as range. So that we can say range R equal to horizontal velocity multiplied by time of flight. Time of flight. That we can say R is equals to what? Okay, that is ux into time of flight t. Okay, then ux is nothing but what? Ux. Now let's see the conditions. What are the conditions for the range? That is ux nothing but u cos theta. Okay, and Vx nothing but V cos theta. Both are in x direction only. This is initial velocity. This is final velocity. So then t is equals to what? Total time. Then ax is equals to what? 0. Because the acceleration of the projectile in x direction always 0. Because there is no acceleration for horizontal motion of the object. So there is acceleration for vertical motion of the objects. So these are the conditions. Now if we say that is Sx, nothing but distance covered in a horizontal direction. How much distance is covered by the object? Okay, in a horizontal axis, that is Sx is equals to R. Otherwise we can say x range. So from that we can say ux nothing but u cos theta into t nothing but what? Here t nothing but time of flight, that we know 2u sin theta by g. Okay, this expression we already derived in the previous lecture. So that is R is equals to, this is what? 2u sin theta by g. Okay, this is u and u, we know that u square and 2 into sin theta into cos theta by g. Clear? So this is in the form of 2 sin theta cos theta. This is the form of 2 sin a cos a. 2 sin a cos a, we know that sin 2a. So that we can say u square by g into sin 2a. Here there is a theta, we can write it as sin 2 theta. So range R is equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. This is the expression for the range of a projectile. Range of the projectile. So here, if theta is equals to 45 degrees, if theta is equals to 45 degrees, what happens? Range R equal to u square by g into sin 2 into 45 degrees. Then u square by g into sin 90 degrees. Okay, sin 90 value we know that is 1. So here u square by g, which is equals to r, that is r maximum. R max is equal to u square by g. So this is the expression for range, and this is the equation for maximum range. When the range is maximum, when theta is equals to 90, whatever the angle made between the trajectory of a projectile, okay, or this path of this projectile to the horizontal axis or x-axis, the theta must be 45 degrees only. If theta is 90 degrees, just the object goes up and comes down, there is no range occurs. Okay, when the range is maximum, okay, the theta must be 45 degrees. 45 degrees. So this is the answer. Now sometimes there is a one problem is there. What is that? So h max equal to r by 2. So that the maximum height reached by a body is equals to half of its range. Okay, the maximum height reached by the projectile is equals to its half of its range. This is very important for 4 marks for IPE. In IPE examination generally, okay, they will ask, show that the maximum height reached by a projectile is equals to the half of its range. That is h max is equals to r by 2. We have to show that. Let's see. Solution is or proof. What we know that h max is equals to? We know that h max is equal to what? That is u square sin square theta by g. Okay, u square sin square theta by 2g. And this is u square by 2g. We can write it as sin square. Here theta is equal to what? This theta. Okay, u square sin square theta by 2g. If theta is equals to, yes, if theta is equals to 90, that will be what? Sin 90 1 square. That is only 1. So here h max is equals to u square by 2g. Let us consider equation 1. Now, what is the range? Range R is equals to, that is u square sin 2 theta by g. Here theta is equals to 45 degrees. Then u square by g. This is R max. This is what h max. Therefore, h max equal to u square by 2g. Equation 1 implies. So let us consider equation 2. I am writing from equation 1 u square by 2g. This is u square by g into, or we can write it as half. This u square by nothing but what? R max by 2. Here, the maximum height reached by a body or projectile is equal to half of its maximum range. So this is very important for the IPE and also very important for NEET JEE purpose. Okay. So So now let us see the formula for the range, maximum height and some time of flight, etc. So that formulas are very important to do the problems for JEE, NEET and MCET purpose. Okay, thank you.